And every once in a while, you watch a game and you see something and you say, huh, haven't seen that before. And what you expect is that it's on the field. There's a bunch of stuff going on off the field that I want to mention to you because I am frustrated. Did you see Marlins Park? Now, maybe I'm the only one watching Marlins Park because it's Marlins Park and I have an emotional attachment to Marlins Park. Obviously, given the fact that I was around for when it was created and when it was built and when it was opened. At Marlins Park, the Marlins were playing the Phillies during this weekend. And man, something went viral. And in my old days, I would have been thrilled to see it. But in my new capacity as the host of Nothing Personal, I sort of got a little sick in my mouth. Not because the Marlins were getting attention, because there are people who do this. A foul ball went into the stands, and a home run went into the stands in Marlins Park. So Marlins Park, it's section, we numbered those sections. There was something that used to be called the home run porch. I don't know if they call that anymore. And then we had special sections where the Clevelander used to be, because we wanted the ability for fans to have home run balls. So there were some in the upper deck, but only in right field. And that would have to be done by someone who we had on our team who had the ability to do that. But anyway, so look at the video of what happens when a ball goes into the stands on a home run. Check this out. That is Phillies fans at Marlins Park, where a woman claims that a man took the ball, and then the woman took the ball, and now the woman's Karen. I will admit that I had to figure out for myself that her name wasn't Karen, and I've seen on the internet people be called Karen, and I was under the mistaken impression, I thought that Karen had some sort of racial undertones, but this was two people, a man and a woman, two white people who were duking it out. There was a kid involved, etc. To make a long story short, there was a bit of a PR problem for the Phillies and the Marlins, and they both took care of it in the perfect way. Why the Marlins? It was at their ballpark. Why the Phillies? It was people wearing their jerseys, which, by the way, used to frustrate me. I loved the fact that they would buy tickets to come to Marlins Park, but I did not like when there was a takeover of our home ballpark, which wasn't hard to do, but it happens in other sports with other teams, so I shouldn't have let it bother me the way I did, but I did. What interests me about that is the decision-making that happens because we're ready for it as a front office. There are things that we practice in a front office with our game day employees. There are things that we practice with our front office employees regarding customer service. There's training regarding customer service. This training is done by everyone from the team president down to the assistant to the traveling secretary. And this training is meant to empower you to change the experience of a customer. It is such a simple yet overlooked part of customer service. What frustrates you the most as a customer? When something happens to you and you go to someone who you believe has the power to change it, make it better, and that person says, sorry, there's nothing I can do. And you say, how can that be? You're wearing the name tag. One of the things that I love to do was empower my people in concessions, empower my people in marketing, empower my people in sales. You've got the ability to look at a situation, evaluate it, make a decision, and make it better. You're a sales guy and you're down with a client who wants to cancel season tickets because the team stinks and their favorite player wasn't playing today. Go get them a ball signed by their favorite player. We do those signings in advance. Every spring training, every player signs a gazillion things, and we have it in inventory to be used when there's a situation that we feel requires it. When you've got a fan who's a kid and you're trying to build your fan base, and yes, he's a Phillies fan, but maybe he's from Florida. Maybe he'll become a Marlins fan. Maybe he won't, but his kids will become a Marlins fan in 30 years. And the streak of generations rooting for a team other than their hometown team will disappear. Maybe. The franchise is not young anymore, 32 years old. But that said, it happens. But when you're the Marlins and you're empowered, which Bruce Sherman has done to his people, you go right up to that person and you give them a gift immediately. You give them a signed ball. You give them some swag. You may give them seats to another game. You may invite them onto the field for BP. You do something because you do not want to miss an opportunity to come out looking like a hero when an audience member or fan member has teed it up for you this easily. If there is a place that's dangerous at Marlins Park and something bad would happen, we would immediately have a film crew ready to go, filming a kid making a memory in that spot, not getting hit in the head by a ball, not getting bowled over, getting to the concession line to get ice cream. Whatever the case is, we were ready to go. Practiced it, ready.